right there. And you take the pulse and bring up to the
I don't have a scanner.
right there. Okay, that's the right step.
Would you please show me the 13 and 14?
13 and 14.
Right.
I
On
did
the
20.
patients. I want to see the patient. How do you do?
For 14. I did
Yeah,
12.
no, but-
I did 13, right?
Yes. but
So 14. Right. Cortical test. You want me to show you cortical test? Okay. Have a sip. Okay. Before you do it, you would show the patient this is how you be done. When I ask you to bring your shoulder up, it's this way. Okay, bring your shoulder down, it's that way. Okay, remember that move. Okay, and then you're taking a patient first. Okay, and bring your shoulder up. No, shoulder up to the ceiling, and bring your shoulder back. Right. Okay, and then do the same thing on the right side. Or if you have a long arm, you can do on both sides together. But you know my disadvantage of being short people cannot do that. What do you mean? Dobon's push button test. The number 16, 17. Okay, well, let's do the supraspinatus press test first. Okay, for 16. Supraspinatus press test. This is an empty beer can test that you used to do a lot when you are in college. So bring your make the thumb up 90 degree, okay, 30 degree front, and then 10 degree down and thumb down. Okay, and then you are gonna press the patient's elbow to the floor, and the patient bring the wrist up to the ceiling. So this way. Okay, same thing on this side.
What number was that?
Is 16 supraspinatus press test. You see it? Supraspinatus press test.
Thank you.
Right. Now is a Dobon's push button test. You palpate like a lung 2 area, okay, and then you press it, and ask the patient whether it's sensitive, and you do not release your hand. You just release the pressure, but your hand is the same area that where you were, and ask the patient to bring the arm up to the 90 degree, and then you press it again and see any sensitive change on the finger. Okay, that's the Dobon's push button test. Okay? Okay, and Jorgensen's test. Jorgensen's test is the you have to palpate transverse ligament of humerus. If you see the skeleton here, you see the groove here. Along the groove, there is one ligament path go through this groove like that. So one ligament runs like this way. It's called transverse ligament of the humerus. So you gently put your finger on top of that ligament, and then you bring the patient's arm this way and the other way with the ridges, and your concentration is not on your patient's wrist. The concentration has to be on your finger on transverse ligament.
Again, please.
Okay. While you are doing movement on the patient's forearm, your concentration should be on the transverse ligament. So where if you feel like a popping or gliding sensation on the transverse ligament, that's a positive for the yoga sense test. Okay?
When you lift the forearm, okay.
This is where the transverse ligament is. So you just gently press it down, and then you hold the patient's elbow like that, and ask the patient to bring their elbow close to the body. So do not move your elbow. Okay, you grab a patient's hand, and then I will relax, and I will do this way, like this movement. You resist. Okay, ready? And go. Okay, and then this time I'm relaxed. I'm gonna do this. Wait. I'm gonna do this way, and you resist. Okay, ready? And go. Okay, and then your concentration should be on here. Okay, that's a yoga sense test. Okay, and next one, yeah, almost done. 19 and 20 is same. Cogen's test is a C6 nerve motor test. So Cogen's test is a make a patient's face, bring the wrist up, bring the wrist up to the ceiling, and you push the patient's face down to the floor.
The Cohen's test.
Cogen's test. Okay. And Goldfor's elbow test is
Did you mention that
C7.
previously? I think that's the question when you just mentioned it, right?
Right, that's the same test of a C6 motor test.
C6. C6.
Don't break.
Oh, if you don't want that phone, don't throw it out.
I'll
You
take
just-
it.
Yeah, throw it at me. I will catch it. And
C6 motor.
okay, C6 Cogen's test is the same test as the C6 motor test,
Oh, it's easy, one less.
right? And Goldfor's elbow test is same test as the C7 motor test, but a little bit tiny bit different. C7 motor test is a wrist flexor, so you're doing this way, right? But Goldfor's elbow test, instead of you doing this way, you are gonna do this way. So patient make a fist and extend patient's wrist, and then you put your hand on top of a patient's fist and ask the patient bring the wrist up to the ceiling. Right? It's the same thing, right? Right? But I guess this one will accentuate the move. Yes? No.
7 is this, right?
Seven is this.
This.
Right.
And you do this.
Yeah. Instead of doing this way, you're doing this way, but the movement itself is the same thing.
Okay.
Right? That's a Goldfor's elbow test. Okay. So the last question, carpal tunnel syndrome. Fallon's test is bring the patient's elbow, put the patient's back of the hand together, and bring the patient's hand up to 90 degrees. Okay, hold that position for 1 minute. But for test purpose wise, you're using too much computer. But test purpose wise, you don't need to stay there for 1 minute. You just tell me. Normally, you stay there for a minute.
What
Okay.
again? This press test or no? This is the Fallon's test. Right?
That's Fallon's
The
test.
Falun Gong test or whatever.
Falun Gong
The minute you need to remember. Falun Gong